all of you know who look at my Facebook page, Brian Fitzherbert is here with me this morning. Brian was the former head of the Atlanta County Young Republican Club, but since he has thrown his hat in the ring to become our congressman for the 2nd District. So welcome, Brian. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Ann. Thank you for having me on.
No, you are welcome anytime. And I have put out an invitation to everyone else who is running for office out there. The chair is always open for anyone who wants to come in to talk with you, who may also be throwing their hats in the ring. You'll always have microphones here at 1400 AM WOND to talk about your plans for the future, your promises to your constituency, and how you're going to make those promises come true when you get into office. So I'm thrilled to have you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And speaking of the Atlanta County Young Republicans, they had their 1-year anniversary event last night over at Fish Heads in Atlantic City, and it was an epic turnout. So stand by. There will be many, many pictures that are going to be flowing through social media, and it just showed a great representation in the elected officials that came out to show support for the Young Republicans group, and as it continues to grow with the team that's in place there now. And specifically, County Executive Dennis Levinson came out and showed support. Obviously, he's up for re-election this year in 2019. We got to make sure that he is re-elected, on top of the fact that, the issues that obviously result from him as county executive when it comes to Governor Murphy and sanctuary state and sanctuary city policies. He is the wall right now to preventing those from coming here to Atlantic County. And then along with him, Rich Days also came out to support the Young Republicans, who's also up for re-election as a freeholder, and freeholder director Amy Gatto, who's always been a great proponent of the Young Republicans. She was there in spirit and has consistently supported us. She's also up for re-election this year in 2019. We need to show their support going forward in the 2019 election. On top of the 2 assembly candidates, Phil Gunther and John Risley, were also in attendance showing their support for the future and the Young Republicans and building up that pipeline.
Yeah,
it's incredibly a great thing to see when you have those elected officials that show that kind of support for those that want to get involved in the political process. And the fact that we had nearly 70 people there yesterday is quite impressive. And Atlantic County Republicans and Young Republicans are on the move, and we need your help. We need you to tell your friends, your family. If you're not registered to vote, go register to vote. Learn about the issues. Google these individuals so that you're familiar with them, familiar with what they look like, who they are. And the other individual that was also there was Suman Majumder, who's in Atlantic City.
He's a policeman in Atlantic City.
He's a police officer, and he's got so much grit going door to door in Atlantic City, and we need to show him support as well. Suman Majumder, he's on Facebook. Follow him. He's a police officer. He stands for law and order, something that unfortunately is now becoming a political issue. Who would have thought that law enforcement and law and order would become an issue that people discuss? So those freeholders, those assembly candidates, come out, make sure you know who they are, make sure you know where they stand, and come out and support so we can continue on the path that Atlantic County is. From a government standpoint as well as a state representative standpoint for Phil Gunther and John Risley.